Hi, welcome to Sync, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry for June 9th through the 12th. My name's MikeyDood, and let's get episode 28 underway. PS5 Console Reveal. Sony has gone ahead and revealed the PS5 design at their anticipated conference. The design is definitely out of the boundaries of what we've seen before in consoles. Rounded edges and overlapping seem to be key design tenets here, leaving rectangular or rhomboid prism designs in the dust. Sony also announced, most likely in a clever way to keep the price down, 2 editions of the console, one with a disc drive that's fully 4K capable, as well as a digital edition that will not have a disc slot, presumably being a cheaper console more in line with prices we've seen before. We here at Sync love the design, fully acknowledging not everyone will. Go ahead and let us know what you think in the comments below. Spider-Man game confirmed for PS5. While the rumors surrounding a Spider-Man game on the PS5 were right, most people didn't see the Into the Spider-Verse taking center stage in it. Spider-Man Miles Morales is now confirmed as a PS5 launch title this holiday, with no word on if it would come to PS4 at this time. The game certainly looks upgraded with all new weather effects, lighting and debris look lifelike, and the combat ever smoother. The first Spider-Man PS4 title really hit all the right notes, and this looks like a worthy follow-up, and we can't wait to see more. Gran Turismo 7 teased. Next up, the Gran Turismo 7 reveal showed off some near photorealistic races, and off the bat looks fantastic. The 7th title in this racing saga is promising in-depth campaign and career modes and a realism that only the PS5 has been able to execute so far. While not too much was shown off, an overview of the game's menu, car selection, and customization were previewed. Then the trailer dropped right into the race, showing off the realism that was surely enhanced by the new DualShock Rumble support coming with the PS5. No release date yet, but this game already looks deep in development. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart announcement. Insomniac Games was one of the first up at Sony's PS5 conference to reveal Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, the first new entry in the series on the PS5 and the newest entry in the series since the 2016 remake of the first game. The trailer shown at the conference showed us dramatically well-rendered alien environments for Ratchet and Clank to battle through, as well as the loading times taking full advantage of the PS5's SSD tech. The plot concerns Ratchet and Clank on the run from a robot army. We'll keep you posted as we hear more. Though no release date was given, the game seems fairly far along. Project Athia teased by Square. Next, Square Enix showed off what their new studio, Luminous Productions, has been cooking up for the PS5. The yet-to-be formally titled Project Athia is an action-adventure-based, story-driven set title set to break the expectations of all gaming. A lofty claim for a brand new studio, but the trailer showed off really brought that point home. The beautiful design and immense use of the PS5's feature set surrounding 3D audio and graphical rendering really gave us something to be awed by. What will the eventual title be, and what will the gameplay be like? Only time will tell, but it's nice to see publishers back creative ideas and let a studio work on their passionate ideas. Sackboy, a big adventure coming to PS5. Sumo Digital, developers of Little Big Planet 3, have announced that they will be taking Sackboy into new realms with a new spin-off title, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. The game will be a 3D platformer, much in the spirit of Little Big Planet, with more depth. Of course, this title will be a PS5 release, with co-op returning as a major focus of the title. Always a good thing to have more couch co-op. No release date was forthcoming, but we'll be sure to let you know more on this title as it's available. Oddworld SoulStorm debut. Up next, Oddworld Interactive came at us with a full story teaser for the upcoming Oddworld title SoulStorm. Series creator Lorne Lanning himself set the scene that it's clear the developers are setting the stage with the normal Oddworld lore. Alcohol ruined the lives of the people who are now slaves to a corporation. The gameplay shown off is reminiscent of the older titles, featuring side-scrolling 2D combat with hordes of enemies. While the main character must free his people, the wonderfully woven Oddworld will provide countless hours of fun and emotional story to drive you along. No release date yet, but this one looks pretty well into development. Ghostwire Tokyo announcement. Of course, this press conference wouldn't be one without a proper reveal of Ghostwire Tokyo, and Tango Gameworks delivered a slick gameplay trailer showing off more of the game. A bit different than their initial announcement at last year's E3, this shows off the ghost fighting gameplay you've been looking for. Tokyo has been overrun with ghosts, and you both have the powers to see them and rip them apart. Using an array of weapons and powers to pacify and take down these ghosts, you will soon learn the secrets revolving Tokyo's supernatural side. The game looks fantastic and is a confirmed PS5 exclusive for now, that is. Godfall, the Greasy for Honor. The first game to be confirmed for the PS5, Godfall, got a new shiny trailer at the Sony conference, and boy does this action RPG look fun. You'll be faced up against an onslaught of enemies, all becoming slowly more and more DD-like, while you increase your power through mastery of skills and new loot obtained from your conquests. Gearbox is publishing this title, you can tell from the music choice in the trailer, for developer Counterplay Games, which will be on PS5 and the Epic Games stores for PC. Hitman 3 Reveal. Next up in Sony's reveal stream is IO Interactive, who released the first teaser trailer for Hitman 3, the final chapter in the International trilogy. Not much is revealed in the teaser other than a quick glimpse at this old handler who is possibly his next target. Not the first time this historic series has taken this plot on, but this game is set on upping the stakes in the area significantly. In gameplay shown off a whole skyscraper in Dubai is said to be Agent 47's stage for an assassination. IO Interactive showed off the in-depth systems and options they are laying into Hitman 3, with scaling the building, snagging outfits, and just general stealth. Overall, a classic Hitman experience brought to the next generation. Demon's Souls is coming to PS5. Bluepoint Games has revealed their latest project. It is, in fact, From Software's Demon's Souls, the classic PS3 title that allowed for the Souls franchise to fully take off. This title has languished on the PS3 since its release, with a multitude of technical glitches and cut content looming over the title for fans. Bluepoint aims to fix this in their upcoming remake, which seems to be hinting at including some of that cut content on top of overhauling the graphics. Most likely some gameplay balance passes will be made as well, but the old experience will be stuck to closely in order to bring back gamers back to Boletaria with a fresh coat of paint. Octodad developers preview new title. Coming this holiday, we have a new title from the makers of Octodad Bug Snacks. The title is a bizarre adventure set on an island where all the local insect and bug life seems to be anthropomorphic food. We'll need a little more LSD than we currently have, that is none, to play this game. This title, as it is being marked as a family title, is one of the few at the conference today that proudly proclaim their cross-generational status, as Bug Snacks will launch simultaneously on PS4, with a PC release also coming via the Epic Games Store. Resident Evil Village rumors were true. The Resident Evil rumors we had told you about previously, yeah, they're true. We wish we could say the same on Silent Hill, but hang tight on that title. Having said that, Resident Evil Village, or 8, seems to be quite exciting and graphically on par with previous titles. The snow looks awesome, and the return of Chris Redfield is something we've wanted for a long time. Ethan from Resident Evil 7's story seems to be continuing here as well. Capcom even went ahead and confirmed the title for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X for 2021. We'll keep you updated as we hear more on Resident Evil. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 announced. Developer Guerrilla Games has announced the sequel to the critically and popular acclaimed Horizon Zero Dawn. This new title is called Horizon Forbidden West. Protagonist Aloy will return for this outing with new abilities in her skill set such as underwater exploration. New robotic enemies will menace you as well, as Aloy has begun to make her way across the remnants of America in this title. No release date, unfortunately, but we will certainly keep you posted on this title as well as the anticipated PC port of the first game Sony recently announced. Now there is plenty more to cover from Sony's announcement, but let's get to some other gaming news. IGN Summer of Gaming. IGN Summer of Gaming has begun, with developers and other industry participants getting to share their games on a scale that wouldn't be possible otherwise in these trying times. The project is going to be running from now until June 25th, with everyone from CD Projekt Red to Activision Blizzard to EA has agreed to participate more or less. Folks, this will be our E3 this year. We're very excited to see how IGN has planned all this out in terms of surprise timing, so we'll be sure to keep you updated as these events take place, and of course keep in mind things could be added last minute. The situation is as new to these companies as it is to us. Destiny 2 Reveal Roundup. When we brought you speculation on the next season of Destiny this past Tuesday, we were not expecting this much information to be announced. In an almost hour-long stream Tuesday afternoon, game director Luke Smith took fans on a ride touring the upcoming expansions for Destiny 2. This current season is confirmed as a season of the arrivals. The darkness has arrived, Rasputin has gone dark, and the Drifters got a new gambit for you to discover when you log in. To quote Bungie's own description, a new power is born out of the ancient pyramid ship above Europa's frozen frontier, and a dark empire has risen beneath. United under the banner of the Fallen Kell of Darkness, Aramis players will be wielding a new darkness-focused subclass and traveling to Europa, a brand new destination never seen before. With all new weapons, a new raid taking place in the long-fabled Deepstone Crypt, and all new gear to grind for, players were quick to ask what is next for the Destiny universe. Bungie responded with concept art and working titles for the next two expansions, The Witch Queen and Lightfall, set to be released in 2021 and 2022 respectively. Bungie has clearly been hard at work at the upcoming expansions, not to mention this season is a direct ramp up to this fall's expansion, Beyond Light. Season of the Arrival started off with a new dungeon this past Tuesday named Prophecy. Destiny Beyond Light launches this fall alongside a whole host of new changes to the game space, with certain worlds being vaulted. If you want to hear more about that, let us know in the comments. This story has gone on a bit too long anyway. Last of Us 2 director responds to leaks, discusses future for Naughty Dog. Neil Druckmann, game director for The Last of Us Part 2, has spoken out about the recent leaks that have ravaged the game online in an interview with Eurogamer. He said that basically, players have not seen the actual ending and that the pieces that are out there are not complete and out of context. It's a terrible situation for him to be in, as Druckmann is damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. People will think the opposite of his actions here, sadly, as he is trying to desperately plug the holes in his leaky ship. Interestingly enough, Druckmann also spoke about the future of the studio, as he said possibly Last of Us Part 3 could be in the cards, or even a new IP, which would be terribly exciting. No Man's Sky adds full crossplay. Alongside releasing on Xbox Game Pass this week, No Man's Sky is receiving a full back-end update adding crossplay between all versions of the game. This update will merge the PS4/PSVR, Xbox One, Windows Store, and Steam versions of the game, allowing for all players to finally explore this massive universe together. No Man's Sky has certainly come much farther than most expected since its launch, and this update, while lacking in content, sure is polished. A system has been implemented to add friends you meet quickly on other platforms to a separate in-game friends list side by side with the platform you are on. This will also aid in furthering the Hub Colonization Project, a community-driven effort to settle together amongst the stars. Okami 2 teased by Ghostwire developer. The fan-loved Okami might be receiving a sequel after the recent HD re-release of the original did so well in sales. Former team member Ikumi Nakamura spoke during the Ghostwire Bethesda stream when asked about Okami. Actually, that's the project that I'd like to make reality the most. Have the feeling that the chances are pretty high that it might become a reality. She spoke around having a pitch ready for Capcom once the country reopens a bit. The original Okami released in 2002 for the PS2 and was directed by Hideki Kamiya, who now heads up Platinum Studios. According to press publication Video Games Chronicle, Hideki Kamiya had started work on an Okami 2 in 2015, but the project never left pre-production, so Nakamura's intent to bring him on board might be possible, and we can't wait to see more as this project starts to develop. Alright everyone, that's Sync for June 9th through the 12th. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what games you've been playing in the comments, and once again, thanks for watching and we'll see you next episode here at Sync.